Shalom, brothers and sisters. Now, we know in this final beast system, there's going to be the devil, obviously, and his demons. There's going to be Nephilim interaction, as in the days of Noah. There's going to be an antichrist, and there's going to be a false prophet. And these two are going to work together. Now, I have said this before. I'm going to say it again. I could be completely wrong because I'm still this side of the veil. I have not been raptured yet, any second now, but yet. So things might change when I receive deeper revelation from God on the other side. But I firmly believe at this stage, from what I'm seeing with my human eyes and evidence and understanding, that Pope Francis makes the best candidate for me for the false prophet. And especially since the Catholics see him as the final Pope before the end of the world as well. All of that just adds into the favor. Then if you go through my videos and you look at his reception hall that looks like a snake and all these things, the way he's working on the one world religion and bringing it all together, and the way he twists the Bible and the sayings of Jesus to his own ways. This man is perfect for me for the false prophet. So I want to go through two articles with you again, just to show you how evil this man really is, coming across as a sheep, but is actually a wolf sitting underneath that clothing. Pope Francis praises another pro-LGBT Catholic group in a warm and encouraging letter. An Australian LGBTIQA+ Catholic group became the latest pro-LGBT group to receive a letter from Pope Francis praising them for their work. Pope Francis has written another letter of support to the Catholic group, which he sent via a dissident nun with a history of being silenced by the Vatican for her heterodox advocacy. Based in Australia, the Acceptance Group is a fully inclusive and affirming group comprising of LGBTIQA+ Catholics, their families and their friends. With centres in Perth, Canberra and Melbourne, the group seeks to be a place where LGBTIQA+ people of faith can be their true selves and live out their faith while flourishing in all of their humanity. So live in your faith and flourish in your sin. Sound right to you? While no mention is made of promoting or adhering to Catholic teaching on morality or chastity, the group encourages members in embracing the truth about ourselves and celebrating God's love. We seek to point towards the full inclusivity to which God is calling us. Which God? When you start self, I, and then you say God is calling you with the love and all this, I'm wondering if your God is not Lucifer. The next one, most recent, Pope Francis appears to reject the idea that homosexuals are called to chastity. He queried whether the practice of homosexual activity in this instance could be wrong. Since they are virtuous in other areas of their lives and know the doctrine, can we say they are in error because they do not feel in conscience that their relationships are sinful? Hitler didn't feel it was sinful to slaughter the Jews either. So is it really that bad then? Do you see what I'm doing there? It's exactly what he's doing here. How can we act pastorally so that these people feel in their way of life called by God to a healthy, effective life that produces fruit? Should we recognize that their relationships can open up and give seeds of true Christian love, such as the good they can accomplish and their response that they give to the Lord? In other words, the door is open to everyone. Everyone has their own space in the church, he continued. How will each person live it out? We help people live so that they can occupy that place with maturity, and it applies to all kinds of people. The Argentinian pontiff criticized what he referred to as examining the sins below the waist, or the sins of the flesh, with a magnifying glass, which he would, because he is guilty of sins below the waist and all those things that he doesn't want people to magnify or look at. When evil becomes normal and acceptable, then those that are pointing out that it's not good become the ones that get called evil. And this man is pushing absolutely everything that is wrong and twisting the word of God and making sin the norm and acceptable. No change needed, no desire needed to live like Christ, to be like Him, to follow in His path, to read His words, and desire to be more like the Lord. No, none of that. You be you. You first. You just live your life. Maybe your sin can shine God's love. What? False prophet. Again, I'm putting my vote on Pope Francis as a really good candidate for false prophet. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.